So the first thing I want you to know is that no matter what I tell you in this video, the fact will be that there are three main reasons why you are unmotivated to do the hard work. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to give you guys tips in this video. Yes, I'm going to give you guys tips on how to build your motivation, but I'm also going to give you a note that do not rely on motivation, because motivation comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. Motivation, it's not permanent, it is temporary. So if you rely on motivation, also be ready to sit in your or to sit in your desk or bed all day for some days, because motivation, there are days when motivation will come and there are days when you will need discipline to continue. So I will say, even though you watch this video, rely on discipline, because the most of the tip in this video will be helpful, but in your day-to-day to come, it will not be helpful. I'm going to say this, so before you watch this video, keep this in mind. Do not rely on motivation to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. So there are three main reasons why you are unmotivated. The first reason is because you don't love what you do. The second reason is because you are lazy, and the third reason is because you have ADHD. So if you don't if you are not being put in the first reason, if you don't relate to the first reason, you should relate to the second reason. If you don't relate to the second reason, you should relate to the third reason. If you don't relate to the third reason, I have no idea where you came from. Yeah, just joking. So I will say, it's either you have ADHD, sorry, or you are being lazy, or you don't love what you do. Now all of this complies and it's added to ADHD. I'll just say just one main reason, but there are many of us here who don't have ADHD, but I do. And yeah, that's why I said, if you don't relate to the first one, you should relate to the second one, and if you don't relate to the second one, you should be able to comply yourself into the third one. So yeah, I'm not saying when you're lazy or when you don't love what to do, it's because of ADHD. No, but if you feel like you have ADHD, you can go to the doctor and tell you about. So yeah, now let's get into this video. The first tip I'm going to give you to be more motivated as a guy or as a girl who is ready to overcome this, I will say, is clean your room. That's the number one tip. Clean your room. You can't have a messed up room and you expect yourself to be motivated. No, your brain is going to say this distracted. Your brain is going to be like, it's going to turn on autopilot mode. Your brain is going to turn on autopilot mode and you will feel unmotivated. It will look like your brain is going to tell you, I'm not ready to work. The room is messy, everything is messy, so why don't I become messy? This might look funny, but this is what your brain talks to. And I don't know how to put this, but yeah, clean your room, and I guarantee, and I promise that if you clean your room very properly and it's good, you see it and you feel the sense of tidiness in you, know your brain is going to turn off the autopilot mode. It's going to turn on the switch to off mode and to bring you back to it will turn off the autopilot mode and to bring you back to the working mode, and you're going to start working back, because your brain will sense this tidiness, this sense of tidiness that will bring this little bit of dopamine that will boost your motivation up. And yeah, it works for me, so you can try it out. So the third tip I'm going to give you in this video is, sorry, the second tip I'm going to give you in this video is, do what you love. Remember in the first time when you were watching this video, I said there are three main reasons why you are unmotivated. First is you are not doing what you love. Second is because of laziness, and the third one is ADHD. Now this brings us ahead to this video back. So I won't say do what you love, because 90% of the population, the reason they are procrastinate on doing their works, I'm just saying based on my own facts. So the reason they procrastinate on doing what they love is because they don't, I mean, on doing what's or doing work is because they don't do what they love. The reason you might be doing what you are doing now, the skill you have, or studying rather, or working, is because firstly, working, nobody loves working. Everybody has this type of body, human nature, that they just want to sleep in the bed all day. I won't recommend that for you because it's going to bring a lot of regret in your life. So yeah, and nobody wants to study. Studying is very hard to do. Everybody, because they feel it is boring, but I'm sure if you make studying fun, you always want to study. So yeah, even though we know that all these good habits are good for us to do, we don't do them. We procrastinate on doing them because we think about them a lot, and you can only think on doing something you don't love. If you love doing something, you cherish it a lot, you know you are good at it, and you love doing it, it makes you happy. Why do you need to think about doing it before you do it? Doesn't that seem like something to think about? If you love doing something, there's no reason for you to start thinking about it before you do it, right? So I won't say do what you love. Find something you love. I'm not saying you should leave your job at the moment if you don't like it. No, you love your job, right? But at the other hand, find something you love and start doing it. And I promise it's going to make you feel good because you are going to be very, very productive. But in your own job that you don't like, if you don't like something but it's helping you out in your financially or something like that, I'm not saying you should leave your job, that, but instead you should apply what they call discipline in it. And also, life is too short for you not to do what you love. Life is too short because after we all die, I don't like talking about this, but sorry, after we all die, it's either we go to two different places after we take judgment from God. Many people are not religious here, so yeah. So the third tip I'm going to give you in this video is reignite on your goals. Now, what does reignite on your goals mean? Reignite on your goals simply means going back to your goals and looking on them and see why you started. Because in the journey, we often forget why we started this journey. We often forget why we started in the first place, and yeah, it's nature. It's very, 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 very naturally. Is that your word? Sorry. So yeah, I will say you should reflect on your goals. Go back to those goals you've written down and check on them if you've written any goals. And this will give you the sense of motivation. This will really help. This is the most effective way to be motivated to do the hard work. This will really help because reflecting on your goals will make your brain be like, oh, this is why I started in the first place. Why am I not doing the work then? I need to accomplish these goals, unless I'm going to regret it. This will boost your motivation a lot because that is how our body works. Immediately you forget things, forget your goals, forget why you started in the first place. It will be like you're just doing something very useless because our brain is pro. I don't know how to put it. Our brain was made for us to remember things. Our brain was made for us to remember things. So if your brain forgets what it remembers, your brain is connected to your body. Your brain switch on the autopilot mode, and you will be unmotivated again. So I will say, turn on that motivation by going back to your goals. Like if you look at my wall right now, my goals are pasted there. I have goals to complete. I just whenever I am unmotivated, I just go back to those goals and I look at it. This is based on discipline also. So yeah, I'm done with the tip. This video I don't want it to be long, but I keep on wrapping. Now it's 9 minutes going, so I'm saying reflect on your goals, do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it, and yeah, you will accomplish those things. So this three method I have given you, these three tips I have given you, I want you to follow it. If you follow it gradually, I promise your life will become better and you will achieve those goals you want to achieve, and you will study and you will become that A student and ace all your exams. So I won't say, yeah, do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Inspired by Afza Ahmed. Please do not tag him in this video unless I'm going to be